Yo, what's going on guys, it's Cynical, and today for you guys I got some Kingdom Hearts news and information talking towards the PlayStation 4 Pro. So by now most of you guys should probably know what the PlayStation 4 Pro is. Sony revealed this new upgraded PlayStation 4 system a few days ago at the PlayStation meeting event. Now for the people who still don't know what the console is, I'll quickly go over it. Essentially what the PS4 Pro is that it is a PlayStation 4. That means it's going to be able to play any PlayStation 4 game. However though, if that game is PlayStation 4 Pro enabled, it essentially means that the game will run at 4K resolution. Now alongside of that, it is possible for the developers to also increase the frame rate of the game and make other different sort of visual improvements if, of course, the game is Pro enabled. So it is a PlayStation 4. I know a lot of people are freaking out wondering like, oh shit, are we going to be getting PS4 Pro exclusives? It's already been confirmed, there's going to be no such thing. Do not worry about that. So yeah, the PlayStation 4 Pro, it's coming out in November. Now, of course, as you guys should probably know, in the past, I've actually talked about Kingdom Hearts utilizing the new system and its hardware, and you know, if it will be a Neo, as it was kind of known back then, or a Pro-enabled title, to of course make use of the new hardware, so that perhaps maybe we could actually play Kingdom Hearts 3 at 4K or even 1080p 60 frames per second. Preferably 60 frames per second with 1080p over 4K 30 frames, but sort of the point. Either way, it'd be really interesting to see if the Kingdom Hearts franchise will actually make use of the new system. Now, another PlayStation event was actually recently held, which was the PlayStation Asia event, and there was a live stream held, and they were just basically talking about all things to do with the PlayStation 4 Pro, just essentially more information and stuff towards it. During the live stream, however, they actually brought out a little slide, as you guys can see right here, displaying a bunch of games that are going to utilize the new hardware of the PS4 Pro. And of course, as you guys can clearly see, the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 logo is on that page, man. That is absolutely exciting. So this essentially means that Kingdom Hearts 2.8 is going to be a Pro-enabled game, which means we're going to be able to play 2.8 at 4K. Now, the thing I think most of us should probably take into consideration is that some games will actually be running natively at 4K, but then I think a majority of games will run at 4K but upscaled. Now essentially what that means is pretty much native is true 4K. It's the true 4K resolution, which means it's going to look absolutely amazing. Not native, meaning upscaled, essentially means that it is like a 1080p game, but it's kind of being a little bit stretched to sort of fit the 4K dimensions. It's still going to look better than that of 1080p, but I do believe that most of the different games that are going to be Pro-enabled will most likely be upscaled 4K rather than native 4K. Still though, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it's still going to make the game look better. Like I said, some game improvements will be put forward for those games that are Pro-enabled as well. But yeah, man, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on the Pro-enabled list, that is absolutely fantastic. Final Fantasy 15 is also on here as well, as you guys can clearly see. We've already received some screenshots of Final Fantasy 15 running on the Pro. They're only screenshots, so it's not exactly too easy to instantly tell a difference. But yeah, that's really, really cool, and I only hope that, of course, Kingdom Hearts 3 will also be a Pro-enabled game as well. We, of course, know that there's going to be some Kingdom Hearts 3 news and information coming out this winter, so perhaps maybe Square Enix might actually talk about, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3 utilizing the new hardware or something along the lines of that. That would be absolutely awesome. Another bit of information that I do want to bring up is from a Q&A towards the PlayStation 4 Pro. Essentially, a lot of people just asking questions, and of course Sony answering those questions. This is something interesting that was brought up. The question was, will PS4 Pro have separate or exclusive games? And of course, as you guys can see here, there will not be any Pro exclusive games, so rest easy guys, there's not going to be any exclusives for the system. But however, this right here, following the PS4 Pro's launch on November 10th in North America, virtually all new PS4 game releases moving forward will be able to take advantage of the PlayStation 4 Pro capabilities on day one, or in some cases shortly after launch via a downloadable update. Now, do not take this news and information in the sense of like pretty much every single game that is going to be releasing after the launch of the Pro will be a Pro enabled game. It just pretty much means that any, you know, game that is going to be releasing after, of course, November 10th, has the option to, of course, take the Pro direction, meaning that it can run 4K and utilize the new hardware to see game improvements, and that's fantastic. But of course, it all comes down to if the developers want to utilize the hardware and, of course, allow their games to run at 4K and to see game improvements. But I mean, like, what developer would not want to take these, you know, new hardware opportunities on board? It would just seem so silly. Also, in this post, it should be noted that, like, older games that are already out are going to be receiving the Pro enabled option as well. So like games like Uncharted 4, The Last of Us Remastered, Infamous Second Son, Shadow of Mordor, and many more, like older games that are already currently out as of right now, some of those games will be Pro enabled as well, so that's fantastic. But going back to it, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 on the Pro enabled list is absolutely fantastic. This is convincing me even more so to go ahead and pick up the new Pro console when it releases on November 10th. But like I was saying, you know, it's great that 2.8 is on the Pro enabled list, but more so I'm really hoping that Kingdom Hearts 3 makes it more than anything. However guys, tell me what you think about all of this news and information in the comment section down below, and until next time guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.